So preparations are going very well, Ed. It's been a mammoth task to date. It's Friday, just on lunchtime now. Thought we'd give the fans an insight and supporters into what's going on and what to expect on Sunday for a big crowd. At this stage, ticket sales are indicating we're at around 3,000, 3,200 potentially, depending on walk-ups. We'd encourage everybody to get on and buy that ticket online. It's an earlier start than usual on Sunday, so ticket office lines and things might be quite tight and busy if you don't get in early. So try and get the tickets purchased online, but that's what we're expecting. As you can see, the Swanscombe end is for home supporters. It's unsegregated, that Swanscombe end. We've tried a few different formations on police advice this year, but with Fleetwood, we're expecting 60 to 100 of their supporters coming down, which is a big trip for them, and without trains running, we're really appreciating that support. But they'll be situated, if we just come this way, and you can see they'll be in the north side of the old main stand there. We've got the old EUFC boardroom is open for them, where there'll be a can bar and some beverages and food for them to access in there, and we'll look after our visitors as best we can in there. So they'll be situated in there. Obviously the rest of the old main stand, you can see a large gantry which ITV Studios are putting in. That'll be their main commentary position and main camera position in there. It does block the far corner for the home supporters to an extent, just for some of the seats that are up higher in the old main stand there. But there should be enough room for people to move around and find it's not too much more restricted than it ordinarily is with the beams and things in the old main stand. Down here there's a camera position above the T-bar which will be open, the kiosk as per normal. You can see it's a cantilevered 18-yard box camera position there. Because of that, the T-bar already blocks the goal at the Swanscombe end in the corner to an extent. This does block it more though, so our friends on Geeks Corner, as we like to call it, which gets wonderful support there, and it gets so busy that they may just be more moving along towards Watling Tyres and the car wash end and the plough end to get that full view of the pitch. Although we have tested it and looked, and it's not really a full view from there anyway normally because of the kiosk. So we just really appreciate that some of the normal views will be restricted and a little bit, but that's the trade-off we have with ITV for, I guess, putting the club on the worldwide stage and broadcasting. So we really appreciate people's understanding and tolerance of that. Obviously the plough end, the mighty plough end, got a banner up there, a cheer, cheer, here come the Fleet banner for this weekend. That'll be in there for the rest of the year as well. The far end 24/7 blinds, a great company from Huddersfield who have come on board and advertised heavily with us for this match as well. With the plough end, obviously there's been a lot of talk, I know, around a few incidents, and we've done program notes and things on it, Ed. Look, I can't stress enough, it's such a very small percent of the people that have come into Stonebridge Road have overstepped that mark, unfortunately, and we dislike it as much as all of our regulars. Unfortunately, that has repercussions, which is out of our hands really. It's FA dictated and police dictated as to what we can and can't do there. And we're really trying to just impress on policing it, letting stewards know, letting security know if you see anything, identify anything you see out of hand. The reason being is we're just trying to really work with the FA and authorities to avoid some of the strong sanctions which are at their disposal to use. The rules are very clear. The onus is on us as a football club to stop pitch incursions, to stop discriminatory language, and to stop any kind of objects being thrown, whether they be flares, pyrotechnics, coins, bottles. You just can't do it. And I know that 99.9% of all of our supporters understand and are brilliant. So we don't want to stop the fun. That's the last thing we want. This plough end and our core support, so many of them are those that come home and away. So the rules are really simple. They've been dictated to us. Stand up in your seats, absolutely. That's not a problem. We won't be stopping you to do that. Anywhere you sit in the plough end, it's not a problem. If you're in the front row though, which is on the egress walkway and also is right to the pitch side walkway, please stay seated in that front row, because that walkway at the front needs to remain clear. We can't have people standing there all game long. we understand that if there's an exciting moment in the game, particularly a goal for the Fleet, you're going to jump up and have a dance and a sing in that area. As long as that disperses within reason after a few moments, you know, and you're back to the seat when the game restarts, and you don't have to sit in your seat, you can stand and cheer and clap. We endorse it, we love the sound, but that we feel is a good compromise, and we've worked with authorities to allow that to take place rather than making everyone stay seated during the game. So I know everyone's going to be right on song and really at the top of their game this weekend, and we look forward to it. We're all in the same boat. We think exactly the same as all of our supporters. We just don't want one or two idiots, and that's what they have been, to draw undue attention and to see us sanctioned. So that's the end. As you can see, the LED screens, the big black one, pitch side. That's an installation that have been put in place by our commercial partners at the FA, Sport 5. They've done a great job. It's been a lot of work going on. This has been 24/7 for the last few days, and obviously it's been heavy rain at times, and we'll get to the pitch in a minute. But the LED, it is about 10 centimetres to 15 centimetres higher in the front row of the main stand, the very front row, which, as you'll know, regulars in the main stand, it is sunken anyway, that front row. So the viewing in that front row is restricted, and you know, we can't dance around that. I think children that want to stand in that area that don't block the view from people behind, and they could still see over the front and gather in there, that's not a problem. We'll allow that to happen on the weekend. I have to say though, even sitting there is still a good view. I've done it, we tested it late last night, we've tested it this morning. If you sit sort of on the edge of your seats, and let's hope we're on the edge of our seats for 90 minutes, on the edge of your seat and the front of your seat, you still have a good view of the pitch. If you sit back into the seat, if that makes sense, Ed, and you're sort of relaxing your view, you'll see the, you know, you'll see the top half of the players from the shorts up and everything, but you will struggle to see the pitch, such as the height of that LED there. Again, really appreciate it. It's not ideal, but we want to be very clear up front with everyone so that they know that and where it's at. So moving along, that runs the whole length here. The Swanscombe end, as we know, that'll be full of Ebbs Fleet. You know, that the way it's tracking with ticket sales, it's going to be 1,500 people up in there. We're conscious that it's not segregated and you might want to move end to end. We just ask for people's understanding and common sense there. It may not be possible if 800 people want to move ends, or 600. That's going to be a challenge, and it's not going to happen, is it? It's going to create a real traffic jam. So within reason, let's see how we can go and ensure that, you know, the 3,000 plus people that are in here on Sunday are all comfortable and having a good time. The viewing will be great. We're putting some extra food and beverage outlets behind the old main stand. That's a dry area, so you won't be able to move the alcohol outside of behind the main stand as well, the old main stand. And that's the same for behind the Swanscombe and plough, the plough end, I'm sorry, not the Swanscombe end. The plough end also, you have to stay in that area. And we'll have stewards policing that no alcohol policy. The blinds will be drawn upstairs. And there we go. On the pitch, done a great job. It absolutely howled it down last night, as people know in the area. A huge amount of water on the pitch. The pitch has been verti-drained this week, fertilised. It's in great condition. Beautiful sunny day today of growing, and again tomorrow. There is forecast for heavy rain from midnight Saturday through to Sunday morning. At the moment, that might stop at 6, might stop at 7, might stop at 9. We've got, as you can see here, large rolls. They're a innovative sort of best-in-class pitch covering system, pitch protection system. We're obliged to bring those in when the weather looks like it is from the FA and commercial partners and ITV. Obviously, they spend a lot of money to have these games on. The crews that have been in here are phenomenal. You can see the scaffolding. It's incredible job. So it needs to go ahead, this game, and needs to be live. So to do that, the FA subsidise and we have to pay for a pitch system, which Fleetwood and us at the end of the day pay for. In half, it comes out of the match profits, but considering the vast commercial investment that's put in place, it's a small amount, and to make sure that we've all got a game on. So depending on what the Storms do overnight, Ed, on Saturday, we'll try and remove those as early as possible, and hopefully have time to redo the pitch markings and give it another cut on Sunday morning. But these are the logistics that you're dealing with all week, and every time we check the radar, it changes a little bit. Up on top of the old sponsors lounge, you can see the main ITV position. It's a great sort of construction they've put up there. That'll be a pre-game where the ITV crew are working. They'll also do some pitch side stuff and interviews in there. They've all also got cameras in the change rooms and drones going up. So it's a big event and a very well managed event from the construction point of view. I've got to say, and the broadcast point of view, the volunteers and the commercial support we've had from partners and the staff this week have been unbelievable. Some of the efforts from volunteers particularly have been over and above, helping get this on. If you are around today, tomorrow, we're going to be here. Call by, have a cup of tea with us, lend a hand, get involved and have a look. We'd love to see you. But all the staff and everyone are working overtime. We appreciate it's going to be really busy. We appreciate, you know what, there's going to be a line up for a beer at some stage. We're putting extra things on and all of that. We're looking at around double of what a busy game is where our effect will be. So we've put some extra precautions in place, but at the end of the day, try and get your tickets online early. Try and get down here and through the turnstiles early. We're opening extra turnstiles, it's worth mentioning it. I think we'll have 5 or 6 turnstiles open for that ingress for people to come when they arrive. At this stage, we will still have tickets available on the day for purchasing through the ticket office windows as per normal, but I would stress and encourage, please don't leave that until 11:30 to come down an hour before and buy your ticket. Try and get in here early and try and buy online. And we're just looking forward to a really busy day in really good spirit. Dennis and the boys have been training all week, very positive, and we're looking forward to the supporters and this club have their day in the sun on a big stage, which every supporter involved, every staff member, every volunteer, every staff member in the football side and Dennis and the players deserve. And that's what we're looking forward to on Sunday.
Thank you, Damien.